What's up, guys? Todd Liles here, coming to you from the house, doing a little impromptu live video. I got a pretty cool topic for you. It's one that is universal in the trades. It's about apprenticeship. It's about apprenticeship because here in the trades, we utilize apprentices, or we should be utilizing apprentices, young men and women that we are showing the ropes to. Whether we're showing the ropes to them from behind a desk, perhaps we're teaching young men and women how to be client service representative superstars, or perhaps it's in the truck as we're showing them how to be professional plumbers, HVAC technicians, electricians, roofers, what have you. So today, I got a live talk, about to step in there, and we're going to talk with an apprentice live. All right, we're going to talk with an apprentice live. And like a lot of you guys do with your apprentices, you put them on the spot a little bit. So I'm about to put my apprentice on the spot. He can hear me talking. He's smiling. Come here, everybody. Let me flip this camera around. There he is. There's my apprentice, live on the spot. He's got his materials in hand.
Yes, I do.
He's already mapping out his day.
Ready for the day.
He's ready for the day. All right, Caleb, let's go to the back porch. That's where we're focused on to seeing us do this stuff. This is 100% impromptu, or not impromptu. I don't think that's a word. It's 100% off the cuff. How about that? I just make up words. Okay, we can't do it out here. It's too bright. Let's go back inside. That'll be a meme.
Oh my God.
Way too bright. Good morning. Let's do it from this front porch instead. Sir, if you'd grab the door. We're going to do a little talk. By the way, guys, I want you to have your questions or have your what's up. How about that? Let's start off with a good what's up. His name is Caleb Mayfield. All right, y'all give Caleb a what's up. And we're going to sit out here on this porch. Caleb, grab that chair over there.
Cold.
It's kind of cold. That's why I got a jacket on, young man. All right, so let me give you a little scoop on my nephew Caleb here. Okay, Caleb's a smart young man. I apprenticed with his father. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I apprenticed with his father while I was in high school, and also while in college. His dad has a construction company.
I need to run and get a jacket real quick.
All right, run and get a jacket. Look, he's got his shirt untucked.
I'll have it tucked when I get back.
Apprentices, shirt untucked, not ready to be put on the spot, not bringing a jacket in a cold environment. I mean, already, doesn't he sound like an apprentice? While he's getting his jacket, I apprenticed with his dad when I was his age as well as younger, building homes. So his dad's 4 years older than me, and his father comes from a trades background. So and he still does that today. He still builds homes. He does custom cabinetry work. He's now also into real estate. They have multiple properties. So Caleb's perspective is that he wants to be a business owner one day. And actually, he already is a business owner. He is a business owner already right now at 18. So we're going to talk a little bit about internship and what he's after and what he's trying to accomplish. So Caleb, you are technically an entrepreneur already.
Yeah.
You're already in the game. So tell the folks a little bit about what you're doing from a business standpoint, and then give them about 30 seconds of what your current business is. And well, you've got two, although one's kind of defunct.
Yeah. When I was 16 and I got my car, my parents made a deal with me that they would buy the car if I paid for gas and like changing oil and different stuff that I had to do to keep up with the car. So I wanted to make money, but I didn't really want to have to actually get a job. So one night I sat down and was thinking about how to make money without actually having myself employed to somebody. So I decided that I was going to start a car washing business. So I started a Facebook page and I made videos advertising it. And basically I started like a car washing business where I lived.
Yeah, so that was the first one. And so why did you quit doing that first business?
Well, it kind of slowed down this past winter because I got tired of washing cars in like 30-degree weather, which I did do for 2 winters. So
yeah, all right. So let me stop there. So entrepreneur apprentice lesson number 1 is that you better like what you're doing. It can't just be about money, because these guys can tell you these are some really seasoned people that are watching and listening and will listen into the future. These are plumbers, these are electricians, these are air conditioning technicians, these are roofers. These are guys that it's probably like one of the first things that when someone becomes an apprentice in the trades, right? And guys, if this is true, show me that's true with some thumbs up. A lot of time young apprentices don't really understand the type of work they're getting into. They haven't considered, is this something that they're going to like when they're scraping the skin off the top of their knuckles, or when it's cold on top of a roof, or when you're on a heat pump tune-up and it's freezing and you got to figure out how to clean those coils, which you probably wouldn't do if it's freezing. So let's just say it's cool. You know, it's early fall, no freezing yet. So these are all the things that apprentices have to figure out, even entrepreneurs, right? You discovered fairly early that there's a section of the business that's not for you. And by the way, that's okay. That's all right, right? Actually, it's pretty important that you learn that fairly early, and you did. But you're still very interested in this business ownership thing. So what's your second entrepreneurial thing that you got going right now?
I bought a rental property.
He bought a rental property. Yeah, he's got so Caleb got one of those very sweet family deals where Grandma didn't want to keep up with the property, which was a nice trailer. Mm-hmm. So Grandma sold it to him at a great bargain. And you know what? That's the thing, right? When you're a buyer, you want to get the best deal possible. By the way, make sure you check out the blog today. We're going to talk about part number 2 of how to sell your business for what it's worth, and this is about how you're going to be evaluated. All right, so he wanted the best deal possible. So he got this rental property at a great buy, and he's getting $500 a month. What are you going to do with that money?
Reinvest it.
Are you not gonna go, blow it on the coolest rims for your car?
Nope.
Why not?
Because if I spent that money on the coolest rims for my car, then I would never get it back.
Hey, see, this kid's learning some things. So he's here apprenticing with me on a slightly different perspective. He's not here learning how to be a tradesman. By the way, trades, we love you. It's just not necessarily, what's in Caleb's perspective and his purview. Not necessarily to be doing the trade work. That's okay. He's here to learn how to be a business person. So, you've only been observing now. This is morning. This is third day. Give us a couple of takeaways that you've learned from watching me and watching Toby and some of the other team members on the team.
A lot of what I've learned so far, or maybe not so much as learned, is more like observed and have identified as things that I need to work on. Number 1 is how comfortable and confident you and your guys are in front of people, speaking and just communicating with them. It's not so much that I've learned that, it's just I've recognized and acknowledged that that's something that I'm going to have to work on. What else have I learned? I've learned that I'm going to have to really organize myself and plan out my every second of every day. I'm going to have to turn it into a meaningful choice that I'm going to do something and put effort into it for a specific outcome.
That's good. I like that a lot. What else have all right, so these are really 2 good things that I love that he's getting through observation. Now, we're not throwing the kids to the wolves, right? He's learning like all apprenticeships do learn, which is, you're going to get a certain agenda. And he's only here for 2 weeks, so I've created a certain agenda for him. And then there's always some free space in between. So I want to make sure that he's got some self-work to be doing because I've still got this business to run. And in this apprentice, I want him to watch what I'm doing, but I also want him to be able to go do productive things for himself. And if he were doing this 100% for the company, it would be for the company. But right now I'm doing this in large part, not because this is a company project, although it possibly could be. I could see Caleb one day being part of this team and perhaps even, working as a coach. Now, if you were ever to do that, there would be some apprentice level ships where we would get you out to like Terry Barrett's place or one of our clients. And, you would have to turn some of those wrenches and ride with these guys, because I think that type of experience is invaluable. But I'm investing in him, not for my own personal return, but because I care about this guy. And that's one of the lessons as a business owner, I think, is that when you go into apprenticeship, ideally you're investing in people because you hope that they're going to return into your company. But a lot of you know that a lot of these apprentices, they may not stay with you for 3 or 5 or more years. A lot of them actually will stay with you a long time. There's a lot of evidence that shows that when you build them yourself, they actually have a great deal longer longevity and loyalty. But I guess the real point is, as with any training, you're going to get some benefit out of it. But typically what you do is an investment in people. And it's an investment in your company, but it goes beyond you, and it continues to grow in that person. Hey, show them some of the tools, because I did provide Caleb with some tools. Show them that book that you're using.
Okay. Which one you want to see?
Let's start with the goal book. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a book that Uncle Todd got me, and basically I track my days. I write my goals and tell myself what I'm gonna do each day, and then I'll have some notes over here, and basically you just use it every day to set your goal for the day and make sure you get it done.
Yeah. Now, how many daily goals are in that book? Like the big ones?
You have 3 big ones. I haven't written my third one down, and then right here you can write, I don't know, maybe 20 smaller goals.
Yeah. And by the way, I think that's a tremendous life lesson. In case you're curious, right now, I have the same thing. It's Michael Hyatt's. This is probably showing up backwards, but it's Michael Hyatt's Full Focus Planner. It's a great planner. There are tons of planners, but the essence of it is that you're controlling your day. And really the big rocks, the big things that make a big difference, is probably only 1 to 3 that are really critical items that you should be doing daily. And if you've heard me talk about this before, if you're only doing 1 to 3 critical items a day, yes, even on the weekend, because some of those critical items are things like spending time with your family. So 5 out of the 7 days are getting business critical items. But if you're only doing 1 to 3 per day, that's 365 to over 1,000 critical items a year. You're probably going to make some transitional progress there if you do that. So it's about discipline. Okay, speaking of discipline, tell them the lessons that I have distributed in your life related to discipline and time and just being wise and working hard. I've given him none.
Well, one is obviously this book. Before this book, I haven't ever planned out a week, but here it is in this book. Whenever I get back home, I have every day, every week that's going to be planned out, and I have certain times that certain things are going to happen to help me reach whatever goals it is that I've set. That's one. Another one we were talking about this morning, since I've been here, I've felt myself consistently adjusting to what is it? What would you call it?
A new work schedule, a new life schedule.
A new work schedule.
Yeah. So essentially, I have him. He's got to be up every day by 6:30, and this is apprenticeship, probably rule number 2, which is you will be left by the side of the road if you're not on time and you're not ready. And that was a fair warning before he started this apprenticeship, which is be up every day at 6:30. He's got a copy of my weekly schedule and calendar, so he knows what the agenda is. It's not a mystery to him. But I'm not going to coddle this guy. He's got the agenda. He knows what's up. It's about personal development, and he's got to be ready to roll. Because when I roll out of here on my agenda, if he's not ready, he gets left. So, but he's been ready every morning, even though it's gotten easier for him.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, like, here's the thing that I know that most people are probably thinking, right? So you saw. Look at this. Flip that around. Let's see that. Now, this is probably backwards. I get that. But
Look at the time. See what time it is. I don't have my phone on me.
You're okay on time. I looked. He's got a 9 o'clock session. He's going to be sitting in on some client training. He doesn't want to miss his sessions. So look at that. He's got the whole week mapped out. Even though that's backwards, you can probably see that it's blocked into time. It's the same thing that I do, and this is part of that time before 9:30, and it's 8:27, so you're good. I got social media content as part of the daily. So he's adjusting to a new schedule, which is the exact same thing that's going to happen when you are working with young apprentices. They're going to be adjusting to a new schedule, right? And most of the time, the young apprentices don't live with you like this guy does, but he gets to hear Uncle Todd, give him some advice like, "Hey, get off the phone with your girlfriend. Tell her you got to go to work tomorrow." "Hey, tell her not to text you during the day. I'm going to fire your butt." Is that right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's another thing too, right? In love, but in bluntness, I very strongly believe in communicating with people. You got to be coachable. You got to be trainable. But this young man, I've been hanging with him a long time. Before we thought we could have kids, he was like our son, and his hair's darkening up now, but he used to be blonde up until about 2 years ago. Just blonded, didn't dye it. And my wife is blonde, so we would go places, and they're like, "Oh, is that your boy?" And my sister's like, "It's mine." No, we'll take him. All right, so hey, I think that what we'll do is we'll probably, even though this video was impromptu, it was on the agenda for social media content. I think this is pretty good content here, Caleb, from the porch. What do you think?
I think it is.
All right, guys. So here's some learning lessons. If you're a young apprentice, whatever your age, Caleb's 18. If you've decided that what you want in life is you want to be the absolute best plumber, the absolute best HVAC tech, the absolute best whatever have you in the trades, then go after that and do it wholeheartedly. If what you want to be is you want to be an entrepreneur, perhaps like Brad's on here, perhaps Denver wants to follow in Brad's footsteps. Maybe he wants to be the best salesperson he can be. Or maybe he doesn't necessarily want to be a salesperson. He wants to be more like his mom. He wants to run the office. Whatever the case may be, then just go after that with purpose and with passion, and you're going to be tremendous. And by the way, I am not of the mindset that the trades doesn't need all types of people. We absolutely need those tradesmen and women, but we also need people that can do it inside the office. So focus on apprenticeships. You're going to find it's very rewarding. It's very fulfilling. It's very profitable to you personally, spiritually, as well as financially. So do that. And I think you'll be in good shape if you do. All right. You know what, Caleb? That's going to be the end of the video. Let's see if there's any questions here. If you got a question for Caleb, you can ask it. We'll hang on for a few moments. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the questions to actually come through. But check out what Josh has to say. Josh is a new client of ours. He's going to be coming to San Antonio to witness our programs, and he's joining our Pac-12. He joined our Pac-12 early. We've not even officially launched it yet. So he's going to be joining our Pac-12. We're excited about that, Josh. Thanks for watching. Charlie is a longtime follower of the blog. Great guy. We appreciate you, Charlie. Blog, Facebook pages, all those areas. Great content. Hey, man, appreciate it. Maybe sit down your apprentice and show them this. And do some of the things that we talked about next time you guys are looking at an apprentice. So we're going to give it like 30 seconds. And by the way, if a question or a comment comes through and we don't respond to it live, even if you're typing it live, that may very well just be because of the delay. Sometimes there's a delay, but we'll answer it. We'll hop online and we'll answer it in the comment section. We might shoot a video response to it as well. So, Caleb, you got anything to close up with?
Mm-mm.
All right. So we'll give it like 10 more seconds. We're getting some love there. Yeah, that's a good thing. If you like this, do me a favor. Put this in one of those social media groups. You know, when you share this content, it helps us reach new people, new clients. It helps our business. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's actually a very wonderful way to say thank you. We appreciate the content that you put out. And guys, I can share with you, I spent several hours yesterday writing part 2 to an awesome blog, and it's going to help people. And there's hours going into getting it ready this morning that I'm not doing. I've got my marketing team on that. But, you know, when you share it, when you hit that like button, when you drop a comment in here, that actually is good for our soul. So we appreciate that. Caleb, I haven't made this part of your learning lesson yet, but do you know what I like to sign off my videos with? Have you observed that yet?
I don't guess so.
Okay, he doesn't know. I bet these people know. Do you know what our slogan, our motto,
Turn learning into earning.
That's it.